welcome back, everybody, to Roll
with the Troll.
I'm here with my co-host, the voice of reason.
Yes.
And today we're talking about something that I think is exciting. We're talking about what Terry Silver's fucking money will do for Cobra Kai.
Yes, we are.
Cobra Kai, the dojos, not the TV show. He's
right.
not going to fund the show.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to be confused and think like, wow, is Terry Silver really going to donate money to Netflix to keep the show going? But I think this is a cool thing because in Karate Kid Part 3, we knew he was rich, but we didn't really get to see him use that money to further his agenda.
Right.
I'm thinking in Season 5, we should absolutely see him use that
put
money
it to
and
work.
run, right? You know, seriously. So first, before we go any further, okay, like this video because that way, if you don't end up actually enjoying the video, we've already got your like. You're not so likely to unlike. So
do it now before you
just
forget,
click
please.
that, click subscribe, there's a bell, do all kinds of shit. Just make sure you're supporting the channel, please, so we can bring you more videos where we pontificate like we're about to do now.
On meaningless things.
Yeah, very pointless thing. Okay, so let's get into it. So Terry Silver's money, I think he could do all kinds of things here.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about, first of all, what are the chances that Daniel LaRusso does not stop by these dojos? Each and every one of these dojos just
for sure.
Like on a rotation.
Well, let's see. Based on how many times he visited Johnny's dojo,
I think it was
just in the first 2 seasons alone.
I think it was 4 or 5 times in the first 2 seasons. I think it was 5 in the first 2 seasons.
Now he's really going to be challenged because Terry Silver's going to have multiple dojos, and that is just really going to throw off the rhythm for Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah, Daniel's going to be driving all over the valley all day long, just doing the rounds. He's going to be like, and he's going to have to get to know each one of the senseis, right? So he's going to stop into one and yell at them, and Daniel will do the same confrontation with each one of Terry Silver's people, right?
Yeah.
So he'll show up at one, and he's like, oh. Well, look at this. Every fucking one of them. And then he's going to be like,
he'll step on their mats with his shoes on.
Yeah. He'll go, we're not done. Then he'll get in his car and he'll drive 20 minutes to the next one. Just the whole thing again. Like he does this every night.
Yeah.
He starts sending Amanda and Sam and everybody to go like fill in for him.
Yeah.
So I think Terry Silver's money, first of all, he's going to take, Terry Silver's worth what? Like $10 billion probably?
Millions, billions, something.
He's going to take that money and he's going to shove it right up Daniel LaRusso's ass.
Oh my God.
$1 at a time.
$1 at a time.
It's going to be just awful for Daniel. So, no, seriously, I think Terry Silver
at a time when we're trying to go to a cashless society.
Yeah, right. He doesn't care about germs or any of that shit. So I think what Terry's going to do, honestly, I think he could use that money to, first of all, to set some people up against Daniel if he wants. He could, when you got money like that, you're pretty unstoppable, really. There's almost no limit to what you can do.
Yeah.
He could frame LaRusso for something, get him some bad press.
Ooh.
He could also, he could just hire, like, it sounds kind of funny, but he could hire bodyguards and shit to be waiting at the different dojos.
Right.
So, because I guarantee Daniel's going to be stopping by all of them.
Yeah.
That they could fuck with Daniel left and right. He could send people to Daniel's house to do shit to his house. I mean, when you have this kind of money, I mean, you don't even need this kind of money. I mean, you have a little bit of money.
Let the bribes start flowing.
You know who Terry should hire? If I were Terry, I would go hire those guys from season 1 that showed up to Johnny's place. Remember that Louie?
Yeah.
Cousin Louie had
and
gotten involved.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, and then Johnny beat all their asses.
Yep.
And then drove all through the night to get to LaRusso's house, even though it's like 10 minutes away.
Yes.
Yeah, if I was Terry Silver, I would go recruit those guys. I'd probably try to hire Cutter, too, because I think Cutter's available for cheap if you just pay off his bar tab.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
The reference to Cutter. So you could have his bar tab that he still has from season 2.
Yeah.
But I think Terry Silver's money could also do a lot of other things, though. In addition to blocking Daniel's efforts and framing Daniel for all kinds of shit, think what he could do for the confidence of his students.
Yeah.
I mean, his students at Cobra Kai are primarily young men. So, gosh, you could get them blow and hookers and
my word,
so many things to just improve their
don't go there.
Their
stop. That's
confidence,
too far.
Their aggression.
Stop.
You know, and their seedy nature.
Here, I'm thinking you're going to say
into.
that he can buy them like state-of-the-art equipment.
Oh, okay, state-of-the-art equipment. Okay, that's fun.
Uniforms, gis, all of that kind of stuff. Maybe a bus to take them to tournaments
There
and
you
stuff,
go.
and you just go to the gutter.
Yeah, well, you raise a few good points. He definitely could. I do think the obvious are going to be that, yeah, he's going to get them, like, we already saw him getting them, like, really nice outfits and shit like that. So whatever, that kind of builds their confidence, but the big fucking deal, really. You know what I'm really thinking he'll do?
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, I would be. So we know Chosen's going to be helping Daniel train, right?
Yeah.
And so Chosen's going to be one of Daniel's, Daniel's, sensei, his other, his other part. I think what Terry's going to try doing is bribing.
Oh.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he will go sky's the limit to hurt Daniel now.
Yeah.
And to, at the same time, help Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Terry Silver ends up bribing Chosen to come be one of his senseis.
That's brilliant.
Since he needs a lot of senseis at Cobra Kai. They're opening multiple locations, according to my friend Robbie Keane. So, and I think what would be really interesting then is if Terry Silver bribes him, but then Chosen only goes along with it like in a fraud way. Like he's not really into it.
Yeah.
But it's to report intelligence back to Daniel.
Wow.
And then he'll poach Terry Silver's students.
Yeah.
The way Daniel poached Johnny's students.
Yeah.
And then the way that Kreese poached Johnny's students. Never thought of that. Both of them, they've all really poached Johnny's students.
The poaching and the double crossing continues.
Yeah, lots of think of all that double crossing.
Right?
Okay. So Terry Silver just double crossed Kreese.
Big time.
But now he will double cross Daniel by trying to hire Chosen, not knowing that so he's thinking Chosen's double crossing Daniel.
Right.
But in fact, Chosen is actually double crossing Terry Silver.
Right.
And keeping the money anyway. So Daniel is not being double crossed by Chosen.
Right.
But I guess he's being double crossed by Terry Silver. That's not really double crossing at that point, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be very convoluted.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I like
good.
That. What about structurally with the brick and mortars? Do you imagine that we get some dojos that are like these big cathedral shaped fucking like big like multi-layer kind of things? Where could you see something like that happening?
Yeah, that could be.
What if Silver got like rocket packs for the kids and now they don't just jump, but they can actually get airborne?
Yeah.
Can you see some like sci? What if this show goes fucking sci-fi? He's got Batman money, this guy. He could actually get the kids all the kind of gear that Batman has in the multiple iterations of that IP.
Yeah.
What can you even imagine? So, like, what would you do if you saw Kenny Payne up like in the air in this fucking rocket pack with fucking all kinds of like smoke bombs, and like laser swords and shit? Like,
Batman type equipment.
That would be incredible.
A utility belt.
Yeah. Oh, they could all get utility belts. Yeah. Yeah. Then we show up at the tournament next time, and they're like, "Oh, what belt?" It's like, you have to explain. It's just a utility belt. It's not really a
JC Penney, $2.99.
Yeah. No shit. Right. That could be so much fun. Yeah. There's no end to what he. Oh, I'll tell you what he'll do in a big way.
What?
It'd be two things, both very similar. He'd be bribing more people.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's already done a little bribing, but he could take the bribes a lot further. He could also buy them good press to really solidify them.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Definitely buy them. That'd be the first thing he probably does.
Yeah.
But then the other thing, too, kind of along the lines of bribing, is he could even get into some hush money.
No, he's going to need it.
Because word's going to get out pretty soon about him, bribing.
Yeah, he has no guarantee that ref isn't going to have a guilty conscience and start blabbing, and then Terry's going to have to chase everybody down to hush them up. Yeah,
I mean he's got two big pitfalls going on that he's going to need some money to get out of because
Stingray.
It's too easy for Stingray to have. I don't know what he was thinking. He was drunk out of his mind when he beat Stingray up, but that plan was terrible.
I wonder if he remembers doing it.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. It was real. You know what? They should explain that, actually. They should make him say, like, oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I was drunk. They should explain that out because Terry's a little too smart to make that mistake.
Yeah.
Then again, we talked about this in another video, too, guys. If you haven't already seen it, we have a video on three of Terry Silver's worst plans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was one of them, right? We talked about how him beating up Stingray was dumb because Stingray could talk.
Yeah.
And bribing the ref was stupid because anybody could have, like Tori did see it. She ended up seeing it in the end, but anybody could have seen or been aware of any kind. Look, at a tournament, like an all evening tournament like that, any little whispering kind of shit, any little nods to each other down the hall, anything like that could draw attention to people going, hey, I got a theory.
Yep.
I got a Cobra Kai theory.
Yeah, people will start putting it together.
Yeah.
Mr. Silver.
These were a lot of bad plans, but I guess he's got enough dough where he could manipulate his way out of this. Yeah, hush money for sure. But what's it going to be? So by the time we get into season 6, is like half the cast going to be on his payroll? Like, is it going to be like any minute now they go, hey, Terry, remember I think I need to put some more gas in my car. And he's like, all right, I got you. Here's a credit card. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just take my whole car.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Here. So is that what we're gonna get to? I don't know, because he is digging himself in deep.
He sure is.
He's gonna wish he stayed at that fucking house with Cheyenne and those nerd friends that were
and
coming
the tofu.
over, those idiot leftists that were coming over and sitting around talking about bullshit.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, I don't know. I'm tapped out. I don't think there's a whole lot else he could do with his money.
Hit the like button, by the way.
Everything that he could possibly do with his cash, but I think it's always interesting when you've got rich people on a show where there's hate, because is really what just ends up happening in the world, and we're seeing this in the real world now too, is you just use money and power to wipe out your enemies, to silence your enemies, to gain more friends so you can gang up against your enemies. That's what you do. And both Terry and Daniel LaRusso both have money. So I think, and really, I don't know who's less moral in terms of using that money for manipulation and all the tricky shit. I mean, we know Terry Silver's bad, but I don't think Daniel's a whole lot better.
Peas in a pod.
Yeah, peas in a fucking pod. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, all that other shit. Let us know in the comments what you think Terry Silver's money can do for Cobra Kai. And also let us know some topics you want to see us take on in the future, all right? See you tomorrow.